It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' lengthy corner.
Historic Lambeau Field, fittingly it butts up against... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
12 yards on the gain, a great start for this offense. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go again to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 51 yards.
As always, priority number 1 for them is to secure the win this week. But priority number 2, this guy right now, who is 6th in the league in rushing. They want to give him that push to get him into the top 5 and really earn their status of being one of the best ground games in the NFL, as well as him being one of the lead backs, too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Lions coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them.
galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 2nd and 6 from the 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, they're playing.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. Changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Working with a 2nd and 3.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. Second and 6. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
He finds Watson complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Jones again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
And they are back down to 500. Last week, consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close. best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. The Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here we go, cut!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Calling a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ready!
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll drop to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Gets past one man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Jones. Down to about the 45.
Aaron Jones on the carry. He was brought down at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete in the end zone. Sets up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And Detroit getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Here's the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Up the middle, Jones. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Drops it to Jones in the flat.
Hurry!
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. An inside give to Jones. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds his receiver, Watson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 85 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 3. A check down here to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. So the Packers down by 7. 2:24 to go.
Here we go.
Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On the set.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Black one. Low check. Check pitch.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
He's back to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Back to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's going to keep this again. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie. Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Lions, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like tear down.